project where 100% of the individuals involved is still winning. 100%. In fact, it is in a stronger position right now than it was when we first did last March. So if everybody, I want you guys to take full advantage of what we have to share with everybody, no matter the delays on what's taking place with the updates. But we have lost absolutely nothing of what got us to the dance in the first place. And so we take full advantage of that and continue to share our stories, our testimonials, people losing weight. This is a time where New Year's people say, "Hey, I want to lose weight and I want to make more money." You got that right here at the same time. So I'm just excited to be here, excited to keep moving forward and sharing this awesome opportunity with everybody. And let's get some updates with Lynette. Go right ahead, guys.
Awesome. Ms. Arden, I saw you pop in there. Are you available right now? Do you want us to continue
Yep.
to kind of
Yep.
hold the fort?
Nope.
There
I'm
we go.
here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. How you feeling?
Good. I got hit with another allergy attack. I don't know what it is down here in Arizona, but man, oh man, every time we go
Well,
out on those Harleys, I come back and I am in trouble.
well,
For
yeah,
like 2 days,
yeah,
it's like I gotta quit
right,
going out
right.
like that.
You're trying to enjoy yourself, right? And the weather is just not, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
I don't know what it
Well,
is. I
well,
guess
I'm,
they're having such a mild winter. Who knows? I still
right.
can't pinpoint exactly what it is that nails me, but
Mm. Well, I'm glad you're able to
craziness.
get on tonight and just bring us up to speed on on the things that are pressing right now. Obviously, I know we're looking forward to the new app, and of course, the Web3 side is still kind of in the dev mode as well. And we're just looking forward to everything coming together. But like I said in the very early stages of Zoom, technology equals delays, and delays is technology. It is what it is. I mean, every company goes through it, and when you're building something like what we have our hands on here, that's never been done before, that's really a category creator. It's going to take some time. You're talking about 6 months here, right? So we're really excited about everything that's happened so far, but looking forward to everything that's to come. And we really do appreciate your diligence, your efforts over the last 3-4 years here of getting us to this point. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to take place as we move forward and get closer to this baby being born or really running, I would
Right.
like to say, right? There you go. All right, take it away. I appreciate
It's
you.
running pretty good,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I want to see. So I had my video on, but I don't know if it actually
There you
shows or
go.
not because I don't
We
see on
see
the
you.
panelists. How do
We
I?
see you.
Yeah, I can't see
We see
myself.
you. We see you.
Okay, good. So I'll leave it on until I start screen
Awesome.
sharing because that's when everything goes blankety blank on my Wi-Fi here. Um, so here's the good news. The updates that we're doing, they're just enhancements. They're really not any changes to the features that we have. So everything is in working order. I personally wanted a different homepage on the website. And right now that's become kind of problematic for the development team. Um, I guess I like fancy. I don't know. I just do. So anyway, we're kind of waiting on that to get done. They thought they'd have it ready for us before tonight's call. We did run into a couple of little snags with the hatchery. Um, with claims, meaning some people were getting a little more of the minors than they should have gotten. And that was in our last updated contract. So they're trying to identify the issue with that. Other than that, everything is smooth as can be. Um, we are working obviously on getting it to the MoveQuest.io and the MoveQuest.com website. And then we will completely remove the dev dot MoveQuest site that everybody is going to currently. I can't give you an exact day or time when you'll see all of these changes take place. The minors are being updated. Um, Not all of them will be the fitness trackers that you currently see right now. At the different levels, they all have a different look. They're going to be completely different than what you see. It doesn't affect your minor and how it mines. It's just a different visual that you'll see of it because each one of these miners are going to begin to play a role in the gamification side. Just so you know that. So they're finishing that up. Let's see what else is coming. Oh, so there's going to be three types of hatcheries. Just so you guys know this. The first one is the one that you're using right now. That's where you use your MoveQuest, you stake your MoveQuest, and you pay a very low fee, the introductory fee, to be able to mint these miners through the hatchery where you incubate them over a period of time and then you get the miners. Those prices will be increasing, just so you all know, on being able to incubate those miners. So those of you that are wanting more of those, you probably want to get in and do that soon, because once the site does go live, everything changes. All the evolution prices go back to normal. In the Vanguard, the merge from the Vanguard to the Titan, those have been discounted. Those are supposed to be 250 when you merge those. Those will go up in price as well. So all of that will change. So the minute the development team is finished with getting this new site live with all of the new features and enhancements that we've added to it, immediately the prices will all go back to their original state that they were originally intended to be. So because of all of the holidays, because of the delays and stuff, kind of give you guys a break on that, so you'd be able to kind of build up your inventory for the leasing. That's coming to a very quick end. The second hatchery is going to be where the MoveQuest that has not been mined yet. Okay, so everybody knows all the MoveQuest has been pre-minted and it's in a vault. And depending on, the first 4 years, it's 2.6 million that go into circulation each year. Then there's a halving, just like Bitcoin. It's the exact same. We mirror Bitcoin's tokenomics. The MoveQuest that goes out right now per month is 75,000 MoveQuest. The second option in the hatchery is a pre-build of the liquidity for the next month's MoveQuest that goes into our distribution contract. That means when you submit that proof of physical activity, you're mining that MoveQuest, that 2,500 per day that's distributed based on your proof of physical activity that's been submitted to the blockchain, and then you can claim it. That's 2,500 a day, 75,000 a month. That 75,000 a month will be in a hatchery. You will be able to pay the fee to incubate miners without having to deposit your own MoveQuest. It's a pre-build of liquidity for the unmined MoveQuest, meaning, let's say for February, 75,000 MoveQuest will be in the hatchery, a second hatchery. There'll be 3 options. The second hatchery that I'm talking about right now will hold 75,000 MoveQuest. You'll be able to incubate those miners in a very short time frame, anywhere from a few hours to a couple of days. Okay. And there'll be a fee on that. All of that is liquidity for that MoveQuest that hasn't been mined yet. So it's building up the liquidity injection before that MoveQuest actually goes into the distribution contract. That will offset some of the selling as well. So that is going to be the second option for the hatchery. The third option for the hatchery will be those of you who are holders, which we have many of you that are holders. We have thousands of holders. We only have a few hundred of repetitive sellers, to be quite honest with you. I love to keep everything on spreadsheets. I may not know who you are, but I do know what wallets are there. And so we see this repeat from several of the same wallets that are continuously selling, but then you've got thousands of wallets who only hold. That's very strong for our community. And those of you who are doing that, you'll be able to deposit your MoveQuest. And every so many days, it's just going to give you miners. Okay, so the longer you hold that MoveQuest in that contract, the more miners you'll be incubating. And there isn't, the fee on that is next to nothing. Okay, so that is your way of staking that MoveQuest and building up your inventory of miners. Those are going to be the 3 options of hatcheries that are going to be available to everybody. So to me, that's a big deal when you're talking about liquidity and the stability of that liquidity pool. Our liquidity pool is very strong. We've purposely not had a CoinMarketCap update our token as of yet, because we really want that strong liquidity pool. Very soon, we will submit all of the information. We're waiting on the website to be complete. We don't want to have to keep updating CoinMarketCap. So once all of this stuff is live and not on the dev site, then we'll, go ahead and have CoinMarketCap list that token, the MoveQuest token. Then you'll be able to see the true, fully diluted value of this token. Right now, if you go to like Dex Tools or Dex Screener, it'll show like, in fact, I'll show you here. Let me cut my video so I can share my screen just for a moment here. If I go to here, let me pull this up. Let's bring this over a little bit. You can see here that the FDV is currently showing, 204 million. Okay, that's completely way off because there's not 21 million MoveQuest tokens in circulation. So when people ask you about that, you want to explain to them or be able to explain to them that's not the true FDV value. If we come over here to the spreadsheet, and I'm going to make this available. I'm actually working on it right now. There's another spreadsheet here where you'll be able to go to the website and download the spreadsheet. And over here, I give you all of the contract addresses that you would need to check. So basically, you would go to each one of these contract addresses and you would change the values here so that it gives you the correct amount of MoveQuest that's in these particular contracts. Currently, right now, the 21 million that's been minted, 20,444,850 are in the vault. And what's in the other contracts totals 279,510 MoveQuest. This right here is what's currently in the hatchery. Okay, now as people claim their miners and their MoveQuest, this number changes quite frequently. This is the amount of MoveQuest that goes out every day. This is the amount that's been in total circulation. Currently, the evolution is holding 273,260 MoveQuest tokens in the vault. And what's been returned to the vault for future mining is 45,859. That's a total of 319,000 MoveQuest that's been removed from circulation due to our self-sustaining ecosystem. Otherwise, those 319,000 MoveQuest would be sitting in that pool as sold MoveQuest, which would probably have drove the market value of this down to roughly the $2 to $3. But because of our wasn't the smart contracts, it leaves of that left 555,000 in circulation. Totaling contracts 279,000. Wallet holders is 275,640. Now, just to give you an idea without having to go through how all these algorithms work, the latest algorithm that's come up is that the evolution contract is going to be removing almost 80,000 MoveQuest tokens from circulation. And so you're going to start seeing a lot of activity on the exchanges with the evolution, simply because it's the algorithm and the way all these contracts work together. It's just triggered a high amount to take out of circulation. A lot of that depends on supply and demand. If the demand's not there, it needs to haul it out. And so that's what it's currently in the process of doing. Right now, we're sitting at about $9.76 on the token. Just to give you an idea, in the last 8 days, the evolution contract has purchased 41,313 of these MoveQuest tokens. That's been oversold. And so you'll start to see the market value of the token start to stabilize and start to go up in value, simply because the algorithms from all of these smart contracts, like I said, has finally got to a point where it's determined that it's overselling beyond the demand of the token. And now it's going to start removing them from circulation. So for all of you holders, that's a really good thing. You'll start to see that change here over the next couple of weeks, market value of the token. So while we don't like to see the token being oversold, it's also not a bad thing, okay, when it is being oversold, because the evolution contract it gives it the ability to really yank that out of circulation. Let me come down here a little bit further, giving you an idea of where we're at on the pool. Current liquidity is 1.3 million. If you look at, this is the current liquidity. What we need to be completely fluid, meaning that FDV value, with what's in the hatchery, okay, that's been pulled out of circulation, is 2.6 million. That's not much at all when you consider we're already holding the 70,490 MoveQuest. Okay, the evolution has already accumulated all of this MoveQuest. So in reality, it's only 688,000 short from being fluid. Okay, so that really puts us, when it says 25.5% or 57% to fluidity, it's really 50% of that because we already hold these MoveQuest tokens right here. We already hold that 688,000, that 70,000 MoveQuest tokens. So this is all it needs to be completely fluid. So we're really sitting at about 12.5%, which is, when you consider the project maintains 90%, it's only off by about 2.5%, which is really amazing when you consider all of the working pieces with this project. I mean, this is probably one of the most complex projects you'll ever be a part of, and don't even realize it because you don't really know or see how all of these contracts are communicating with each other. You just see that everything is working the way it's supposed to be. So currently we are 74.43% fluid plus that 12.5%. So in reality, we're actually about 86% fluid. It's almost a stable token without being a stable token. We're not a stable token, obviously, but that's very, very strong for the size of our community and for the amount of overselling that you see taking place from, that 200 to 300 different wallets that continuously seem to sell. The FDV holders, not including what's in this is including what's in the hatchery. Okay, both. That makes it 3.6% or 3.6 million before it's fluid. Now, again, that would be at the current market value, that would be 121,000 MoveQuest tokens. We already hold that, it's banked. And so it's only half of this amount to take us fluid, which would be the 1.1 million. And so we are, again, about 15%, 16% fluid, because this 32% includes all of it, the MoveQuest and the USDT. And again, add the 15% here to total fluidity. And we're looking at, close to that 75% mark again of being fluid. That is unheard of in the crypto space. When you take the 41,000 MoveQuest tokens that is sitting in the Evolution contract wallet and you add it to what is already in the vault, the Evolution contract has already accumulated 293,520 MoveQuest tokens. In any other project that doesn't have a self-sustaining ecosystem, those would still be sitting in that liquidity pool. And again, you'd be seeing the MoveQuest market value much lower than what it is right now. It would be in that $1 to $2 range, if not lower, maybe even into the cents. I haven't really gone and done the math on what it would be with our project being self-sustaining like it is. It would never see those days anyway, simply because of the way the ecosystem works. What's important for all of you who are holding your tokens, when you look at the 293,520 MoveQuest, you guys need to understand that this belongs to the committee. It's not allocated to me. It's not allocated to the development team, the design team, any of our partners or anything like that. It's the community's MoveQuest. It's your future liquidity. If you were to take that 293,520 MoveQuest and multiply it by $9.76, it's got a market value of $2,865,750. That's liquidity. So if the market value stayed at $9.76, the future liquidity is $2,865,000 times 2, because it has to be paired to the USDT. So you're really looking at closer to 6 million. Now, as the market value of MoveQuest increases, it takes less MoveQuest to be paired to the USDT. So if MoveQuest Not if, but when it gets back up to that $100 mark, that MoveQuest that the evolution contract has accumulated has a market value of 29 million. Now you got to remember that's got to be paired to the same amount of USDT. So you're looking at a $60 million liquidity pool. So for those of you who wonder, will the liquidity pool ever have enough to cash out? Many of you who are holding as millionaires, absolutely, because you've already built up 50% of a $60 million liquidity pool. I know a lot of you, and I included, are really looking towards that $1,000 mark. You're looking at almost a $300 million liquidity pool. And when that's paired to USDT, you're looking at almost a $600 million liquidity pool. And you'll absolutely be able to cash out millions of dollars from a pool like that. And this MoveQuest is already banked. It's already been accumulated through the evolution contract. Now, MoveQuest, because it has got the Bitcoin tokenomics, when the community reaches certain numbers, and it will. We're already working with different organizations. Collectively, the different companies that we're working with have more than 2 million people that plan on onboarding into this project over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, now you're looking at a token that's into the thousands of dollars. And so even if you were to just take MoveQuest at 5,000, okay, you're looking at a very healthy liquidity pool. Just giving you an idea. That's just on this amount of MoveQuest. Now you have to remember that right now, that algorithm has triggered to remove 80,000 MoveQuests from circulation. So if we were to take that and add it here, 80, that'd be 121,313 MoveQuest. That would, the evolution contract would have accumulated 373,000 of those MoveQuests. That's a big deal. For those of you who, really pay close attention to what the tokenomics are and how all of this is working. You have to remember that MoveQuest, the evolution contract, is absorbing. It belongs to the community. It is the future liquidity for this project. And so that, again, it's a big deal when you are looking at all of this. I got to get this back to where it was. There we go. Okay. Now let's see, what else was I going to share with you? And before I forget, I hope all of you had amazing holidays and that you had a lot of fun. For those of you who want to take advantage of the next 24 to 48 hours, however long it's going to take the devs to complete the website being done, this is what it costs to mint and evolve and merge up to a Titan. Those of you who are taking advantage of that hatchery and taking advantage of the discounted prices on the evolution, it's coming to a real quick end. Very quick. And if they're not done in the next day or two, I'm raising them up anyway, just because it's gone on for too long. So just a warning to everybody. The nice low evolution prices are coming to a very fast end. I waited because they asked me to wait until they had the update done on the website, but I did let them know today that if it's not ready next 24 to 48 hours, I'm putting everything back to its normal market value. It's got to go back because it's what is healthy for the ecosystem. And I want to give everybody fair warning because I'm not going to come out and say, okay, 1 hour and 6 hours and 12 hours and 24 hours, we're raising it. You're just going to see it go up. It's just going to go up because it's already gone way past what it was supposed to. And if the dev team isn't done with the update, I am going to be raising it up in the next 24 to 48 hours. And there won't be a warning. I'm warning everybody now. Everything's going back to where it's supposed to be for the ecosystem. We do have everything in place that you need to continue sharing and building MoveQuest. Once everything is completed on the website, we do have our new Twitter account. I encourage all of you guys to go and share, follow, whatever it is you do on X. Let me see if I can bring it up. I don't know if I have it up here or not. I guess I don't. It'd be X. So let's see if I can bring it up here. Yep, right here. I would really encourage all of you to go and follow us because a lot of the marketing that you're going to have on your dashboard is going to have a lot to do with Twitter, which is now called X. We're working on getting verified at the moment. We got the Premium Plus that we're using. This is going to be a big part of our marketing campaigns that we're going to be doing. And it would just be nice to have everybody following. That's a part of our community because you'll be able to get a lot of updates here. We're getting to a point where we're not going to be able to do those one-on-one updates that everybody is accustomed to having. Okay, we're not going to be able to always be going into Telegram and into Discord or into WhatsApp and updating people. You're going to have to rely on social media for the updates. You're going to have to rely on updates that we post to the website because things are going to start moving really fast once this website does go live. We've got a lot of irons in the fire right now that are waiting for us to get that finished so they can start onboarding their communities, their companies, and their clients. So just a warning to everybody, really try to bring yourself up to speed on where our social media posts are going to be. If you're not in our Facebook group, join it. If you're not on X, get yourself an account, follow MoveQuest official. Pay attention to the website when you come to it. When we update it, we'll have a little note at the top that says, make sure you're on the right URL, the right domain, so that we don't have to worry about all these fake scam sites that come up. We're really trying to streamline everything because once this does hit, once this website is live, once that app is live in the stores, things are going to take off like crazy. It's going to be really hard for even myself to keep up with everything. And so we're going to have a very organized strategy and structure in place. And you guys are going to have to be on board with it because really, if you think about it, we're all spoiled. We've got a very tight-knit community. We communicate very closely with each other, but those days are, starting to change. And it's going to be more and more difficult for us to be able to keep everybody up to date the normal way that we've been doing it. It's one thing when you've got, 3,000 or 4,000 people that are a part of a project. It's another thing when you have hundreds of thousands up to millions of people in your project. And that's where we're headed. And so I just want to make sure that you guys, you're well prepared and that you got yourself, ready to roll. I guess probably what we should do is plan on another update, you guys, maybe at the end of this week. Maybe we do one, Thursday night or maybe Saturday afternoon. I'm quite certain that we should be ready to roll with the new site, with the new rebrand site that's coming on online and give everybody a walkthrough of how it's going to work. The leasing is ready to go live as well. It's complete, it's done. Everybody will be able to start leasing their miners. We've already got, close to, I would say, just based on the different organizations we've talked to in the first 2 weeks, we're probably looking at 50 to 60,000 people that are looking for leasing these miners just to get started. That's a big deal. So, like I said, things are going to start moving really, really fast. I would expect everybody to, you'll probably be wowed, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Come spring, what you're seeing right now on the market value of this token is going to be nowhere near what you're used to seeing over the last month or so. Everybody kind of went into this waiting mode while they were waiting on the new rebrand. But while some were waiting, we weren't. We were still very busy in the background putting things together. And so we're ready to really take off and haul ass with this project. I don't have a better way of putting it. I think that's all I got, guys, really. Other than we probably have to do another update this week if they do get the site live. So you guys be looking for that. If the site goes live, that night, I'm going to have an update call so I can walk everybody through it. So the minute that site goes live, understand movequest.live. You'll want to be there at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that will be an update call. So I'm going to hand it back to you guys because honestly, tonight, that's all I had. I just wanted to tell everybody, hope you guys enjoyed your holidays. The boost that everybody received, will give you more explanation on that. There's going to be a lot of different ways and different types of boosts that you'll be seeing here very soon. So you're gonna see a lot of things taking place here, like I said, over the next several days to a week.
Awesome on that. Appreciate you. Great updates, incredible insight on the numbers, and that's one thing that definitely gets the the blood going when you start seeing the numbers and what's possible. With just a little bit of momentum here, everything changes for everyone that's really been steadfast in keeping the main thing, right? Mining and submitting and claiming and now the hatching and all that. I mean, if you're in the network, if you're in the ecosystem doing these things, you're going to be rewarded. Just hang in there. It's coming. And little drips here. Obviously, this week we'll see some things. And as we move forward, first Q1 is going to be amazing. That's all I can say. Q1, just look forward to Q1 being incredible, right, Lynette? Q1. Let's put Q1 up.
100%. Not only that, and this is why, like I said, I don't get disappointed when I see people overselling the token. Imagine if
No,
they
not at
started
all.
selling like this when it was $100 or
Right.
$200. Like,
Right.
I love to see this going out the door right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Seriously. And getting that pool more fluid, and those of you who are holding, you'll be so glad you did. And those of you who sold, I tell everybody, you're going to kick your own butt one day.
Yeah.
You really are. But
Yep.
at the same time, on a project stay, level, I'm like, hey, okay, doesn't hurt my feelings to see it being
Right.
sold.
Right. Yeah, it's necessary. It's you need it. You need both dynamics happening for this thing to be
Hmm.
sustainable and to be real and to be legitimate. So we'll take it as it
Well,
comes.
because
And
if you're gonna sell $9, you're really gonna sell at $90. You see what I'm saying? So it's
right.
like, okay, let them sell now. That's
Mm-hmm.
a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, awesome. I don't think anybody else. There's a few questions here on the back end. I think a few of us were answering those questions. Let me see. What was the MQT value Lynette mentioned a couple of months ago? To stabilize, I believe she referred to it as $9 or something that's in other. Do I recall?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that changes based on what's in the hatchery.
Right.
Quite honestly, like it depends on what's in circulation. Right now, the bottom floor is roughly around $8.25,
There you go. Right. Will the
which
hatchery be
personally I don't
changed?
think we'll see
Yeah.
it there, but
Right. Okay. Will the hatchery be changing in the next 24 to 48 hours as well? I think
yes,
that,
it
yes.
is.
Okay. Got
Mhm.
that one. We got those
Everything will
kind of
go
going
to
down.
their original. Yep, we'll go to their full
Right.
price.
Right.
Yep.
Is the Facebook and X post going to be the same content? Yeah, we're working on the social media part of it, kind of collaborating together to figure out how to make it, as seem like Lynette said, as seamless as possible. So it'll all be working when in due time for sure on that part. Do you think we'll have enough miners to accommodate the incoming? Okay, we know that already. Of course, we'll have enough miners. How much will it cost to lease a miner? Folks, get back with the people that invited you. We can answer. They can definitely answer those questions. I think we have someone that needs to sign up in the chat or in the Q&A as well. Who invited you? Yeah, Lynette is typing that answer right there. I see you, Lynette. Did she not say the share pool would go up to 3,000 by December? Yep, that was all based off of other dynamic things that needed to happen, Kim. Right, Lynette? So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It's based on, people continue. And when this project first went live on Avalanche and all of you were building, we would have probably hit $3,000 to $4,000 by last December. But once we announced that we were rebranding to MoveQuest, I can't tell you how many people I heard, especially our builders, say, well, I think we're going to wait until MoveQuest is done with the rebrand. Well, when you've seen that build up, that, building the community slow down, now what you've seen is a self-sustaining ecosystem. It can sustain the market value that it's at right now. If you want to see MoveQuest hit the 1,000, 2,000, $3 range, you got to have a demand for the token. You've got to increase the size of the community. It's a peer-to-peer community. Crypto is all about peer-to-peer community. This is a community-driven project with a self-sustaining ecosystem. And so once the building starts again, then you'll start to see that market value go up. It's all based on what the community does, honestly, 100%.
right.
So if, you've got people that even decided, well, we'll submit when the market value goes up. Well, that's about the craziest thing I've ever heard, because submitting is what sustains the market value of the token.
Right.
And nobody's at a loss. I don't care what level of miner you're mining with or how little amount of activity you do. I went over this on another call not too long ago. Even if it's just a little bit, everybody is still in profit from submitting every single day. And as the market value goes up, if you're a holder, it just adds more value. Um, and so, yeah, it's all based on, and I never tell you what it will be. What I tell you is what it can be if X, Y, Z takes place. And so far, the community hasn't done the X, Y, Z.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
once we do, then yeah, you'll see those prices. But it's all based on math. It's all based on numbers. And right now, it's solid. Okay, for the size of the community that we have, it sustains itself between nine and $10. And that's what the self-sustaining ecosystem does. The engagement within the ecosystem hasn't stabilized at this market value. Now, when the community begins to grow again, you'll see that market value go up and you'll see it sustain at a higher level. We're actually stronger today than what we were when the market value was at $100. Because when it was at $100, it needed like, I don't know what it was, 10 or $12 million to be fluid. And you're not supposed to have a fluid pool, right? Not with crypto. But to have a stable pool that's almost fluid is phenomenal. And that's where we're at right now. We have a very stable pool that is almost fluid. It's 12 to 15% away from being fluid. That's amazing. And that's with the current sustainability of the ecosystem that we have now from the community who is engaged. So, and it just gets stronger as we go along. So it's actually very, I mean, I'm very impressed with where we're at for a project that only launched on Avalanche August 1st and is stabilized where it's at. I mean, I'm very, very excited about where we're at for the size of the community that we have currently.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're reading these questions in here, just kind of answer the ones that are, pertinent or relative, kind of, I guess pressing or actually questions that you hadn't already answered. And we'll
Yeah,
just
the
wrap it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through. The app itself is not going to go live at the same time the website does, simply because we got to test all the functionality with the smart contracts, make sure everything is working the way we want it to. Then we will submit it to the stores. There will be no issue there with the app going live, though, very shortly after. I would say within 7 days, it'll go live in both of the stores. All right, to make sure power is different for each Vanguard. Because it depends on your bonuses. So every miner has got element and it has attributes. And each one of those elements and attributes has got different bonuses for that miner. No two miners are exactly alike. I'll let you know what the hatching cost is going to go to. I'm still working that out between the other two hatcheries that will be going live as well. Um, We won't open a ninth slot for quite some time. The community really needs to grow before we open up that ninth slot. And I'll be honest with you guys, it'd be a waste of your money right now. I could open up the ninth slot. It would bring in, money for the liquidity, but it wouldn't do any good for you as far as the amount of tokens that you'd mine. It'd just be basically redistributing the same amount of tokens. And so I don't want people to spend money that doesn't bring value to you. And right now, that ninth slot would bring no value to you. It would just be distributing the same amount of tokens that you're already getting with the 8 miners. And so I won't do it. I won't do it until it has a benefit to you as a user. It just makes no sense at this point in time. Once we reach the community size that we're looking to get to our next level, which is roughly about 25,000 users submitting every day, we'll unlock that ninth slot. Then it will be very beneficial to you as a user of the community. We are still considering the event in the spring. A lot of it is based on timing with the app and the rebrand of the website, making sure that it'll be an expensive event. So I got to make sure that it's coming in. You got to remember, we take only 10%. I have to be very careful with how we spend that money. Can
Right.
multiple people lease the same tier level miner? Can multiple people lease the same tier level miner? I'm not sure I understand that question, but if I do understand what you're trying to get at, only one person can mine a miner at a time. So you couldn't have multiple people mining the same wallet, but they can mine with multiple types of miners. So let's say I'm one person and you've got, 8 miners. Maybe you've got, one or two of each. Yes, I could mine with all different mining powers. as one person, but not more than 8 minors. John Elsley. Well, if your original refer is no longer mining, I would just get in contact, John, with somebody that you are working with that is on the Avalanche chain. That would be my personal uh, suggestion to you, or go to getfitmining.com, go onto your dashboard, and you can get your referrer's wallet address right there. It says right there who it is. It'll be much more than 550 a MoveQuest. Okay, so it will be less MoveQuest in the hatchery that you're currently working in. It'll be less MoveQuest. I know that. Pricing probably won't go up too much more on the Vanguards, but it definitely will go up on the Navigators for sure. The Navigators are too low. How close are we to locking the amount needed to mint a miner? How close are we to locking the amount needed to mint a miner? I don't understand that question at
Yeah,
all.
I'm like,
Is there a possibility we could evolve some of our miners? Yes, that is going to be, oh, I think my headsets just went dead. Can you guys still hear me okay?
yeah, we hear
Yes.
you.
Oh, one's still live. Uh, is there a possibility we can evolve some of our miners with lock and move? Yes, so one of the contracts in the hatchery is going to be an extended period of time to lock up that MoveQuest to receive miners. That one won't cost as much, but you'd be locking up your MoveQuest for longer than 7 to 28 days. If you I don't know what the MoveQuest action calendar is. Somebody will have to fill me in on that one. Yes, so this is going to be exciting too. This is coming very quickly. Okay, we just have to get this latest update done, and it's been very challenging for the devs, this latest update. And I can't tell you exactly why, I just know that it has been. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with me and the different things that I want to be added. But the Titans, once they get this update live, the boosts are going to come right after, and so is the increased mining power of those Titans. To me, this is probably one of the most exciting features that we have, because it puts everybody on a completely different playing field, right? If you're somebody who is submitting every single day, that miner is going to increase its mining power. If you're somebody who's increasing their physical fitness, so many days out of the month, it's going to increase that mining power of that Titan. If you're somebody who's staying consistent with your workouts, it's going to help increase that mining power of that Titan. It can go up to as high as 1,000% mining power. If you've got somebody who's holding Titans and they're not, okay, let's say it gets up, let's say you've got 700% mining power, and then all of a sudden that person doesn't submit for a week, or their physical activity starts to wind down, they're going to start losing that mining power back down to that 400%. And so it's going to keep it very competitive. And those Titans, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Where right now it's about 1.45% MoveQuest average. If you're maxing out, it's roughly 1.45, 1.6, somewhere in there per day if you max out. If you're somebody whose mining power is increasing because you're very engaged and you are physically, staying active, you could have 800, 900% mining power, where somebody else has just got the 400%. You are going to get more MoveQuest than somebody who's mining at 400%. Uh, we're working on the Binance Smart Chain project. You got to understand there's only about 500 people mining on the Binance Smart Chain. And there's, 7,000 people mining on the Avalanche chain. So you're never going to see Binance be exactly where Avalanche is overnight. It's going to take some time. And we can't really divert people who are on the Avalanche chain, over to the Binance Smart Chain, because it wouldn't have a positive effect on either chain right now. So there's a lot of things that factor into it. Those of you who are on the Binance Smart Chain who haven't come over to the Avalanche chain, I would encourage you to get a hold of Isaac Moody, because he's working with the Binance Smart Chain people um, to help you get going over here on the Avalanche chain while we are working on the Binance Smart Chain. Binance Smart Chain during our beta phase, Avalanche is our proof of concept phase, our next chain, it just flat out rolls. There's no liquidity raise or anything like that. So let's see, will the boost that we already received be the same for everyone, or will they be different once revealed? No, the boosts that everybody got for Christmas, those are the same boost that everybody got. There'll be multiple boosts, though, different types of boosts that you'll be able to get in the future very soon, very near future. But this boost that you got for Christmas, I'll go over all that on the update call when the update on the website goes live, so I can explain exactly how that boost works. 2 vanguards to make 1 Titan. Yes, you'd need 2 vanguards in the hatchery to get to 1 Titan. I think, did I go through all of them? Ken, did you see, or did I miss anything?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
they're
get
popping
them.
up. Yeah, they're popping up as you talk, and at the bottom, they're just coming in. So, but yeah, you covered it pretty much everything. I'm at 847. Michael Faust, you mentioned previously that the mining power of the Titans may go up. Is that still the plan? That's where I am.
Yeah.
Everything above that has been deleted and or answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dustin Smith is
Has KaiChain, I guess I wasn't aware that KaiChain had launched. I need to get a hold of Rod and see. Victor just made a comment about that. So I will check into that. I'll get a hold of Rod and see what's going on with the KaiChain.
Yeah, we've seen that one. Yeah. So in 24 to 48 hours in the hatchery, the Vanguard will actually cost less in NQT, but more in AVAX. I mean, yeah, that's
I will let you know for sure exactly what we're doing. Like I said, I'm still working out the numbers on the other
right.
2 options for the hatchery, and they all have to coordinate with each other. It has to be able to pull out enough MoveQuest
Yeah.
to affect the pool in a positive way. And so I'm still running numbers on the 3rd hatchery. And then
Right.
I'll be able to tell you exactly what it will be.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
you will
see any,
be,
yeah.
Anthony, at 400%. We haven't turned on the mining power feature for the Titan Jet. We'll let you know when we do. We have to first get through this update.
Well, the app is going live when it goes live, buddy. Q1. Tony.
Somebody said, so people are moving from Binance to Avalanche. So a
Mhm.
lot of the users that have been on the Binance are mining on both chains already. I would say there's probably about 100 to 125 people on Binance that are not mining on Avalanche. Um, and if you're one of them and you're on this call and you're not on Avalanche, but you're on Binance, like I said, get with Isaac Moody. You guys all know who he is. He's been here since day 1, and he will work with you and help you get ready. Yep, that's good to hear. No, you'll never be able to get a hatchery or a Titan in the hatchery. Never, ever, ever. Those will always have to be evolved. That's part of the ecosystem. And it's quite possible, and I'll let you know here in a couple of days, you may not be able to get a navigator in the hatchery either. You may have to always mint the hatchery and then use the hatchery. You may have to mint the navigator, use the hatchery for the Trailblazer, Explorer, and Vanguard, and then evolve to the Titan. So we have to make sure that this ecosystem stays very close and intact. And that it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So as we add these features, I have to make sure that it fits in with the algorithms, that everything is balanced. And so I'll be letting you know. But 100%, you will never be able to use the hatchery for a Titan. Never, ever. It will never happen. And it's quite possible you will not be able to use the hatchery for a navigator either. Here's the thing with submitting on Binance and KEC. Absolutely, it's worth it. Okay, they're taking a little longer to roll like the Avalanche chain, but they will definitely get there. And think of all of the tokens that you've accumulated because you have them. It didn't cost you next to nothing. Binance costs almost nothing to submit over there. And the Kai chain, exactly. Everybody was given KEC, so that absolutely didn't cost anybody anything to submit over there. So, what my honest opinion? It's absolutely worth it.
All right,
It's
Lynette, we're
not that
coming up
we're
to the
going to
top.
eventually come back. Let me just answer this. It's
Yeah, I
not that we're
know.
going to eventually come back to Binance. We're already on Binance. It's going to be, it takes the time for Binance to catch up to Avalanche. You got 500 users versus, 6, 7,000 users on Avalanche. There's a big difference there. So it's not that we're not coming back to it. It's just that it's going to take more time for that one to catch up to Avalanche. We go live on Base, or we go live on Polygon, or we go live on any of these other blockchains. What if they do better than the Avalanche chain? I mean, are people going to come to me and say, well, when are you going to come back to the Avalanche chain and make that work? You guys don't get it. It's like the community drives each one of these chains. The Avalanche, people just navigated to it. They love the Avalanche blockchain, and it took off. And we were able to do the proof of concept. Bottom line, period. That's all it is. Over to the next chain. You know, there won't be a liquidity raise like we did for the Avalanche chain. That put 300,000 MoveQuest into circulation. 200,000 that, we did the liquidity raise with, it raised $100,000 that was paired to 100,000 MoveQuest tokens. That made the token $1. When we move to the next chain, there won't even be a liquidity raise. There will just be MoveQuest listed and paired to USDT on that chain. And the only way you're going to get that MoveQuest on that blockchain is if you mine it or you buy it from the exchange. Okay, that's going to make the next chain even more lucrative right out of the gate because it didn't have that 300,000 of MoveQuest tokens in circulation prior. So you take what Avalanche is doing, and the next blockchain may do triple what this one is doing right out of the gate. But that has no impact on what the Avalanche chain is doing or will do. I have no control over that. I've put this all out there. It's all decentralized. It's the community who makes this do what it's supposed to do. It's the project and the smart contracts, obviously, that are in place because it is completely decentralized that stabilize the market because 90% of the money stays with you, the community. 90% of it. That's what makes these blockchains do what they're doing. Take 500 people, 90% of the submissions on 500 people at 60 cents. Okay, you're not going to see the Binance Smart Chain do what the Avalanche chain is doing. 90% of 6 or 7,000 people, where you're looking at, a dollar or $1.20 average. Most, some of it's lower because it depends on what your miner is, but the average amount, okay, you're looking at a completely different scenario on the Avalanche chain. Each chain is going to do its own thing based on the size of the community. Everybody's got to understand that. None of these chains are going to be the exact same. None of them are going to do the exact same thing. Did I answer that good enough, Ken? Does that make sense, what I just said?
Well, I believe you've kind of said it quite a bit since we launched the Avalanche chain. Yeah, you just said it a little differently with a little twist, but I mean, it's the same thing. We're just, I mean, we're trying to prove concept here, and we haven't even finished, until we show that this can actually be tried and true and work and, be applicable in the real world with an app and with Web3 and everything that we're putting together. We can't be worried about chains that never got to this point. Like we have to finish the job, right? I mean, that's just what I'm hearing. That's what you've been saying. And I mean, I don't know why some have an issue with like retaining that information because it's the same question. Like, so it's a little odd to me. But anyway, yeah, it's fine. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, once
Yeah.
this has a little bit of virality, like it starts to go a little more
Yeah.
viral,
Yeah.
you'll see
Exactly.
all
Yeah.
the chains will take off in its own
Uh,
way.
yeah, we see the numbers. I mean, you show us the numbers of, what the token, token at this price point or at this price point or the liquidity, et cetera, all over the place, all these different amazing milestones that we can reach and category shifting type, economic type situations, their lives change and the testimonials and the momentum that we can create and the synergy and energy and all that stuff, the viral situation that we have yet to see. I mean, when all that's happening, and like Lynette said, we can't even keep up with it at a certain point, everything just kind of is doable at that point. Like, okay, well, let's go over here and let's, manage this situation or go over here and do this one, or let's try this chain. I mean, I think we have to prove what we came to do first before we start to concern ourselves with things that, basically weren't part of that process. Like this is where we're at. We're saying Avalanche needs to work. Avalanche needs to prove itself. And guess what? We're doing that. And you see it happening in real time because now 6 months in, We've got a stable token. We've got a community that's, I mean, like I said, very consistent, right? We've got a lot of people holding. Now we're just working on the back end with the tech. And once that catches up, and everybody plays their role and does what we've been doing, I think we'll hit our stride, and this first quarter will be amazing for 2025, and then we'll see what we really have our hands on.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is it's all automated with smart contracts. It doesn't even
Right.
need me to operate it. So like when me and Ken are saying, we want to be able to keep up, we don't have to keep up. It's going to just
Right.
take off on its own. It just manages itself. I mean, it's completely on chain. Everybody does their own submission, everybody does their own claims, your own minting, everything is managed by you yourself. We don't have to manage anything. So when we say we won't be able to keep up with it, we're talking about the one-on-one calls or the
Yeah, the
one-on-one
excitement.
attention
Yeah.
that you get
The
right
good stuff.
now.
It's like, wow. Yeah,
Right, being
it's
able to,
yeah.
right, because we're going to be all over the place. We will be meeting with more, company owners and organizations and other projects, and it won't be as easy to communicate with everybody like it
Right.
is right now because we have such a small community. We can give you that specialized one-on-one attention. Yes, you'll
Right.
still have customer support. Yes, you'll still have Discord. We just want everybody to learn to depend on social media to get your updates and not these one-on-one calls and stuff that we've been able to do.
Mhm.
And I want to add one more thing because, and I've heard it before, and yeah, we're excited about that people have been able to cash out over $20 million from
Mm,
being in this project, on the Avalanche chain since August. Okay, that's amazing. But can you imagine if
mm,
people had been more careful and not oversold those tokens, and $20 million was sitting in that liquidity pool right now. All of you who have sold, what you would have been able to cash now at a higher market value because you had allowed that liquidity pool to build. So while I don't get disappointed when I see people selling, I also want to encourage you guys to be use some common sense as well and understand it's a baby, this project. It's only listed in August. And while it is self-sustaining, while it does have that awesome ecosystem that's in place with all of the utility that it has, you're doing the community a favor by being a little more careful on what you sell. And letting that pool grow. Let's get that pool up to that $5, $6 million mark over the next month or two. You know, um, holidays are over. Hold on to your tokens and try not to sell them if you can, and let that liquidity pool bolster itself up and get where it needs to be so that it is fluid. So when we do start seeing all of these different organizations that are getting involved with us start to onboard their people, you will start to see that token value increase. And you'll start to see that liquidity stabilize even more. Um, it's a big deal. So that I am encouraging people to be a little more careful when you choose to sell. I mean, I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I would not sell my MoveQuest to submit. I would go buy some AVAX. Don't get that cappuccino every morning and submit your tokens and hold on to that MoveQuest. Let that pool get to where it needs to be. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just giving you common sense advice. Okay, you do what you have to do. Because like I said, I'm not disappointed when I see people selling. I'd rather see people take $1,000 out when they sell 100 MoveQuest than to see them taking out $10,000 when it hits $100. That's my personal opinion. So I don't get disappointed when I see people selling, but I would really like to see that pool um, be a little fatter than what it is right now too.
absolutely. We all agree.
Mhm.
For sure. But yeah, we're at the top. This is perfect. A little over the hour actually. I think we answered majority of those questions that were related to this Zoom and current events and things that's going on. So I think you mentioned maybe Thursday, Saturday. So everyone look out for the next kind of a
Let's
I
let's
guess
just do it like this, Ken. As soon as
yeah,
they get that site live,
right.
everybody can plan. When
There we
you
go.
know that it's at movequest.io and movequest.com, those are the only two domains that we will be on. As soon as it hits them and they're live, you will know that that night, no matter what day it is, at 9 p.m., I will be at movequest.live to give you all an update and show you how to use it.
There we go.
You won't even need an announcement from us. You'll just know.
Yep,
That
and I'm
is
pretty sure
happening.
we'll recognize that early in the day or whenever and let everybody know
Yep.
anyway. So, yeah, just look
Yep.
out for that, and we're gonna, make sure that everybody's
And if it
aware of
goes
that.
live after 9 p.m., it'll be the next day at 9 p.m.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, no midnight calls. Awesome.
No
All
midnight
right,
calls.
absolutely. Anybody else? I think we the leadership. I saw Brandon here, and I know yeah, I think that was Herschel. Everybody's good. Hayden's
Nope,
here
that's
in the
all from
chat.
me tonight. Thank you,
Well,
Lynette.
good to
Oh,
go.
have we go, chat? Go right ahead.
Mr. Robinson, go ahead, man. Give us some good stuff.
Absolutely, man. I was just kind of sitting back listening, and I'm fired up and pumped up, man. Like we say, the harvest never looks like the seed. And guys, you just always remember, only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. And so we just want to let you know, if you're on the outside looking in right now, guys, things are happening under the soil, under the surface, guys, and things are strategically being mapped out for the things to go to the top, guys. And so I know I'm excited about everything that's happening right now and what's to come in the future. And I know that I'm in preparation. I don't know about you guys. I don't know who else is on this line that is preparing. They say success is two things. It's seeing opportunity and being prepared for it when it shows up. Guys, you hadn't heard from me because I'm getting prepared. I'm getting prepared, guys. I am getting prepared. I am putting my systems in place to be super ultra successful with this vehicle, guys. Because this vehicle is a rocket ship. And it's like, listen, when the fire starts to rumble at the bottom of that rocket, you better be on the rocket, guys. Because all I know is I'm building a community that is so massive. I'm just I'm working. World Class Boxing Gym. I want to shout out to Corey. I think he actually got an Oculus headset. I saw him take a picture. He was in the World Class Boxing Gym the other
Yeah.
day. So I saw him in there. I thought it was my picture. I was like, oh, hold on. Corey's inside of the World Class Boxing Gym. But just to let you guys know, we have surpassed over 800,000 people. Okay. So in 3 days, we did over 100,000 people on Christmas Eve, Christmas, and the day after Christmas, 100,000 people. So last time I gave an update, we were at approaching 500,000. We're over 800,000, guys. My goal is to have 1 million people by my birthday, which is January the 14th. Will I get it done? I don't know. It's a big stretch. We got about 200,000 people more to go. But I do believe if I don't get it done by my birthday, I'll get it done at least by the end of January. I believe that I'll be at 100 visitors, guys. And I'm letting you know, strategically, I am working on things to extract all of that data. All of that data that I am working with Meta, I'm going to be extracting all of that data, guys. People are in my boxes. I hadn't said anything. People are in my boxes asking me every day. They're all in my boxes. How do you make money for working out? We're working on some things. I'm going to keep you updated. That's all I'm telling them right now. But just know, guys, there are people like myself and others out here that are working and in preparation, guys, for the moment, right, to really take this thing to the next level. So I hope you guys are excited. And for all my diamond hand holders that buy MQT, guys, listen. People who bought Bitcoin and sat around and held it and held it and held it when it was going up and going down, guess what? They're millionaires right now. They're millionaires right now. So you didn't get a chance to get Bitcoin when it was down low. So you have this opportunity now. You've seen what this coin can do in a short period of time. You've seen this coin go down. You've seen it go up. You've seen it go down. You've seen it go up. You've seen it go down. You've seen it just chill out and incubate. Guys, what are you going to do? Your decision that you make today is going to show up 3 to 5 years from now. You're going to show, there's going to be millionaires that's going to look back and say, yeah, 3 to 5 years ago, I made the decision to buy and hold MQT. I made the decision to work my job and say, you know what? I haven't been investing. I'm going to start taking some of my check. I'm going to buy me some MQT. I'm just going to hold it. I don't care what the price is. I'm going to buy $25 worth, $50 worth, $100 worth. And I'm just going to do that every time I'm getting paid right now just to start accumulating. I'm going to be working out every day. I'm going to tell myself I'm going to max out every day. I'm going to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm going to have a healthier mindset. I'm going to start thinking more positive about everything. I'm not going to have this pessimistic attitude and think that everything is going to crumble, guys, because those who's sitting back watching thinking that this thing is going to crumble, they're going to be the ones on the sideline like, man, I had an opportunity, but I was so pessimistic looking out through the glass, and I can only see the spots on the glass instead of looking out of the glass and seeing the beautiful sunshine in this cloud. So, guys, that's my time. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let's go get out there and make it happen. And like I always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top because you're built for greatness. Let's go.
I love it, man. I love it. We got some great people here, man. We got some tremendous talent assembled here, and everybody will get their opportunity to show that. And Mr. Robinson is definitely one of those individuals, and I hope everybody definitely listened and retained what he was telling you. Let's get to work. If you've been working, keep working. Right, it's going to pay off, man. So we appreciate everybody being on tonight. Anybody else? Brandon, you want to close us out with anything? Anything? I know you got Zooms going on every day. They're doing a tremendous job. Big shout out to Mr. Brandon Ivy and the tremendous individuals that are plugging into that Zoom every single day. Just bringing the energy, being consistent. Marnita, just her energy, her smile is contagious. We really do appreciate you guys grinding through when it doesn't look like it doesn't look as sexy as it did. Let's just put it that way. But it's still the deal, right? We know what it is, and it's just part of the process, right? It's the curve that we're all on, and we're really thrilled to have individuals like yourself and Marnita, and just all the individuals that are doing the dirty work on the back end, behind the scenes, and not in the public eye, and grinding this thing out and helping people get involved and get started and get educated with this project. So go ahead, Brendan, close us out with something.
Well, we got tomorrow. The next presentation will be done by Miss Marnita Casa at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Then the next presentation that I do will be on Saturday. So we got just three presentations a week. What I always say for people, if you're already a part of this, a presentation needs you. If you are brand new, you need the presentation. And this is an opportunity to show and showcase what we have out there to the public. This is a profitable, highly profitable program built for everybody, regardless of what you're currently doing. You don't have to stop what you're doing to be a part of this, to benefit from this. One thing, if you guys are looking to talk to people, I will highlight that this is January. And in January, as I said at the beginning, everybody does their New Year's resolutions that they want to make more money and they want to lose weight. This is also the time where gym memberships are on the sky high. A lot of health and wellness network marketing companies. This is when they're in a boom because people are trying to do the right thing for themselves. So if you want to talk to people, you want to target those communities. Any company out there that is dealing with health and wellness, network marketing, direct selling, they're already promoting, working out, moving out, going to the gyms. You want to share with them what MoveQuest is, bring them to a presentation and let them know, hey, listen, just by doing what you're already doing, your members can earn enough money to pay for the auto ship of the company that you're already with. So now you're going to retain your membership. People are making money on the process and they're losing weight and growing at the same time. So this is a perfect match for any health and wellness company. So talk to the leaders out there of other companies. Let them know we have a product here that can help them twofold, make money, keep their community engaged, and keep them on auto ship because they're making enough money to support that. So those are the presentations. Tomorrow, Miss Marnita Casa, then I'm up on Saturday, the next presentation. So just stick to Discord. The schedule's the same. Nothing's changed going so far in this new year. And then be on the lookout for when Lynette says the next major update, when the app drops and when the website update happens. So back to you, Ken.
Awesome. Hey, I have nothing else, man. I appreciate you. Thanks everybody for being on tonight. We will see you out on the new Twitter or the X account. We'll see you on Facebook. We'll see you in the chats. We'll see you on Discord. Man, let's get this train. Let's put some more coal in that engine, man. Let's get this thing pumping here. Let's get going. Right, we're moving. We already know it's happening. We're very, very close. And the last thing you want to do is you want to sit and wait for it to happen, and then just goes right by. Right, you want to get prepared, like Chad said. Let's get prepared. Let's get in position, and let's get out there and move and continue to do what we've been doing. If you've been doing it, if you haven't, let's get engaged and let's get going. Right. So appreciate everybody being on tonight. We'll see you on the next one. Let's go. Good night, everybody.